Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Rule 34 podcast. I'm Jack, joined by.
Dominic Castillo. Why'd you say it like that? And Giovanni.
Well, there's probably a reason as to why he said it like that. Dom, hurry, get us right into it with what's been happening with you.
I finally got braces, man. PogChamp. I've been putting it off for a bit because I just felt like I guess the anxiety of having braces on would affect I guess the way I eat and stuff like that. However, I took it upon myself to finally go along with this process, and I finally got braces. This is the traditional ones. I guess the cheapest one per se. It was around 1.8 grand to pay off. I paid it in full. I mean, just so I could get it over with. And so far, it's okay. My speaking isn't the best. But we'll see how long this lasts for. It was stated around 1.5 years to maybe 2 years, depending on the way my teeth get fixed up. Especially since the bottom row of my teeth are pretty jagged, they're pretty janky, they're very off. But we'll see. We'll see, man.
I don't mean to make you lose any hope, but I don't know how accurate that whole 1.5 year timeline really is, because how often did we see people who had braces, especially in school, have them for almost the entirety of whatever schooling we went through, whether it was middle school or high school,
That is true. That is true.
Who knows? Some people are different than others, but yeah, might have to, definitely obviously gonna take you time to get used to, but just kind of go into it expecting, essentially they'll come off whenever they're ready to come off.
Yeah, but it's not so bad so far. But yeah, you're right. It might take longer than what is expected. But it is what it is. It is what it is. On other things that have been going on, what's been happening? I finally got a new respray on my room, and it looks pretty cool. It finally got a brand new enamel respray, which cost me around $600 flat. They fixed up the dents. They fixed up the the rust and the corrosion. The whole car got a whole brand new paint job, and it's almost ready. It's almost ready to finally get its rally stickers that I already have ready. I even bought a heat gun as well, so as to make sure that the stickers stay on place, and make sure that the heat just stays on. But I'm just gonna wait the paint. I'm gonna wait for the paint to adhere to the car for a bit longer, because the car recently just came out from the respray shop, and aside from that, life's pretty PogChamp at the moment. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Gio?
I feel like life's been pretty good, I guess. I've been stressing a lot about money recently because of just the little dry spell I had during the Christmas time, when I had 2 weeks off, and then when I came back, there was I worked maybe 1 or 2 days a week, and then I had another week off. So the money stopped coming in like it used to, and I started panicking because of I want to get a school as fast as possible and all that stuff. But I've resolved to I'm really considering getting a bartender license, because according to the people at work, they were saying that a bartender makes a lot more money than a runner would, obviously, and you could pretty much work anywhere in Los Angeles and not just at venues. So yeah, I'm gonna start looking into that. And the cool thing about it is, because we're a union, the union will pay for the class. so I don't have to spend more money on getting the license. It's apparently at first it's like a 10-hour class, and after that it's like some in-person classes and stuff. So it's a pretty easy process. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Not gonna lie. But besides that, everything's been pretty much the same.
All right. Similarly, well, somewhat similarly, I am in the process of going back to school as well, filling out my applications to go back. And yeah, not going back till the fall though, so that means I still have, time to plan other stuff, which I've been doing accordingly. May have some plans for in terms of like the sports section of the podcast where I take that, and overall just been enjoying life as well, and I'm glad to hear that the two of you guys have been doing well. We are back today with another tier list, and this time we are looking at the most streamed K-pop songs of 2022. Now, let it be known, this was going to be a different tier list, but we changed it last second because, to be straightforward, Gio didn't want to listen to as much BTS as there was on the previous topic idea, but then, well, it's at least better, but this one still has like half the list taken up by BTS because their fan base is, how would you describe them? Rabid? I think that's a correct way to describe them, because these people will stay awake till like 3 a.m. to stream their songs, and that's why they're always like at the top of these lists, because their fans just go crazy for their music. But let's just get right into it. Starting off with number 10 from last year is Polaroid Love by Enhypen. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I rarely know how to pronounce some of these groups' names. But Dom, what'd you think of this song?
Polaroid and half. Oh, Jesus Christ. Polaroid and Hype. I placed this one at a pretty high tier. First time listening to it wasn't so bad. I kind of enjoyed the groove of the music. I'm not sure how much to explain it even further. The lyricism was pretty okay as well. I didn't hate it too much. Nor did I really think it was too bad. It wasn't like, your run-of-the-mill, like, how would you say it? Meant to, like, go for, like, the top of the charts. It was meant to be the groovy, the cool, the rhythm of feeling. For this one, I rated it at A tier because I honestly think it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was pop.
All right. Gio, what about you? Where did you have this song ranked?
What song are we talking about?
Polaroid Love.
Polaroid Love. I put that one on B. Yeah, pretty much like what Dom said. It's a pretty groovy song. I'm not like the biggest fan of boy groups, so yeah, it's a solid B.
All right. Where did I have it at? I have it at S, and the reason I have it at S is similar to you guys. I enjoy the song. I like it. I guess you could say this ranking was in comparison to the rest of the list. I guess you could say, like, I wasn't taking into account. I guess if you want to say, like, in terms of all the other like K-pop songs I've heard, and maybe I should have taken that into account, but kind of like with this list, I was just like, let's keep it to like at least for me with my criteria, I was like, let's keep like the rankings to what pertains to like the rest of the list. So I think it's an S, and I think I think I'd still keep it there even then, because it's a really nice song. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the first time I remember listening to it last year. I want to say it was... I don't remember when, but yeah, this is a pretty good song. Like you guys said, there's not much to say about it, but it's pretty groovy, it's pretty good. Moving on to our number 9, Bad Decisions by probably one of the weirdest lineups you ever see for a song. BTS, Benny Blanco, and Snoop Dogg. Where did you guys have this song uh, ranked?
I put this song. Honestly, first time I listened to it, it sounded like just weird hearing Snoop Dogg sing along, and it's like it just the way Snoop Dogg is. I know he tried to go along with the music, but it sounded so forced to have like a sort of happy boy, sort of tone, like the way how the rest of the group is playing, the vocal levels at. But this one just sounded incredibly off. I didn't enjoy it. I'm gonna put it at D tier because it's like two different worlds colliding, but it didn't sound right. I'm pretty sure Snoop Dogg got a huge bag over this. It's like what, $250K per hour or something like that he charges. So I'm pretty sure he was just there just to be paid at the end of the day.
Yeah, shout out Snoop Dogg for getting his bag. But I agree with Dominic. It's just it was kind of like when you go to like one of those weird restaurants that try to mix up cuisines. Like you have like Greek mixed with like Japanese, and it starts like tasting all weird. Pretty much like that. I put it on F. Not. I don't know. Yeah, F.
I put it at F too. It just, like Dom was saying, it's one of those like weird collaborations where it's trying too hard in a sense. Like how Dom was saying, it's like they're trying to force these other artists to like do their style of music, and it just like doesn't work when those other artists aren't like well versed in that type of genre. Like Don was saying, it was kind of weird hearing Snoop Dogg try and do like a lot of those lines, and overall like none of it really flowed together, and even individually I just didn't really enjoy much of any of the artists involved like parts. Like it just felt like too awkward of a shift every time.
So I don't know if you guys heard it, but Snoop Dogg did a collaboration with, what's it called, like Banda MX or something like that. And that song was actually pretty good because it kept like like the banda aspect of it, having like the live instruments, but it kind of like slowed down the tempo to fit with like Snoop Dogg's like 90 rap style. So that was actually pretty good. This is not.
Yeah. Definitely not. We move on to number 8. It is "Stay Alive" by Jungkook. What did you guys think of this song?
First time listening to it, I tried to enjoy it as much as I can, but it sounded like the generic, guy who constantly wants to try to, I guess, go through his own, I guess, hurdles to try to go get the girl of his dreams, and it's like exaggerated. He keeps on saying, "Please, you stay alive." It's like, oh, okay. I guess this is all in the matter of life and death for love, I guess. But it's just overall the entire song was just mostly the same. Just I guess lyricism in terms of constantly expressing the love for this girl to great extent, and overall I didn't enjoy it. I'll be honest. For this one, I gave it. What did I give it? For "Stay Alive," I gave it a C tier because it just, I don't know, it just sounded generic. A generic love song per se. That's just me.
What about you, Gio? What did you think of this song?
I put it on F because it's BTS. I'm a BTS member. Like I didn't want to spoil like the episode, but if it's BTS, it's F for me. I just hate their music. I hate their voices. I hate everything about their whole like music production. I hate the way that they alter their voices. I hate everything about BTS. They're like the most overrated, almost overhyped boy group in the history of music. Worse than One Direction. So yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I've never listened to any of their music, so I can't truly tell. This song where I had it at where did I have it? Hold on. I'm trying to remember which one is it. Oh, okay. I had this one at D. I just didn't think it was, kind of like how you guys are saying. It wasn't necessarily the best. It was definitely better than a couple of other songs on this list, but I don't know. It wasn't something that I definitely like go back to and listen to.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7 is With You. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but I know it's another BTS member. But where did you guys have this ranked at?
Okay. I put With You again at sea level. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's let me think. It's obviously the two collaborating, and it's okay, but it's again just another generic just love song, and it's just two people constantly wanting to be falling in love with each other and constantly wanting to be together no matter what, forever and ever. That's quite literally what's the whole entire song. The rhythm is, I guess, groovy a little, but it's I'm not sure how to explain it. If I recall, wait,
I guess if you want like a little backup, or context info or whatever you want to say, I'm pretty sure this was like made specifically for like a K-drama, so that's why it sounds like in a sense what most songs that are featured in those type of shows, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're forcing 6 Mexican kids to dance to your daughter's 15-year, quinceañera because your daughter recently found out about the existence of K-pop, and it's like, this is literally like those type of songs, and.
That's so weird.
What an analogy!
That doesn't make sense. I get the quinceañera part because there's a ballad. We have to dance to it, but what does recently discovering K-pop have to do with anything?
Well, it's because I guess in my personal experiences, a lot of I guess of my female primas and such as that, they have recently discovered the existence of K-pop not too long ago, and for their quinceañeras, they have the traditional music, but then for some reason at the end, those poor 6 to 7 to 8, Mexican kids from their schools or whatever have to dance to a K-pop song, whether it be a lowly slow piano or those ecstatic fast-paced music. And no one understands the lyrics because obviously everyone's Mexican there. But no. I think this song, I might have actually heard it at a quinceañera not too long ago, but I might be wrong.
What an analogy
Probable.
from Don. Oh man, what about you, Gio? Where did you have it ranked? Even though I more than likely can guess where.
This was actually kind of surprising because you would expect from my previous statement to be an F, but actually it's still an F. Yeah, I mean, as a ballad, I like ballads. I'm a huge fan of ballads. Some K ballads are really, really good. But it just had to be a BTS member, bro. It just had to be. We tried. To our listeners, we tried really hard to avoid BTS because no matter what you search, if anything that's top stream, top selling, top viewed, anything, it's gonna be BTS. You can't escape these people. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's it called? Funny enough, when I was telling my dad about this and how we were trying to avoid it, he came up with a really good solution, and that was, to get more diverse representation in a list. We and this is obviously for future note to keep in mind. If we see an artist appearing multiple times, we should probably like pick, whatever's like the most streamed from them, and then like have that be like their sole representation, just so that we can see more of other artists, because this list has what, like 6 songs that are either from BTS or from like a BTS member or featuring a BTS member, and then that leaves only 4 other songs from other groups for us to talk about, and 2 of those songs are from the same group. So technically, it's only 3 new artists that you're getting to hear about, and the rest is some BTS member,
That's true.
Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind, especially because I was telling my dad, I was like, there, much like, here in the States, over there's artists that, their fan bases aren't, obsessed with streaming, Like, I told him how, like, it's always a knock on Twice that, like, they don't have like the streaming numbers of other groups, which is also false, but that's still an argument people try and use. But I was like, the thing about them is they go to listen and enjoy the song. They don't go and put it on repeat over and over with the thought in mind of, oh, we got to boost those streaming numbers,
Yeah. There was this popular clip when like there's streaming happening of this guy who got like 20 phones all playing a Blackpink song for the music video, trying to get the views up. And it's like, yeah, it gets pretty ridiculous because people actually go out, like they stop going to work during the time period just to stream, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, and just so people know that we're being fair, Justin Bieber also tried to do the same thing to beat Roddy Ricch. You remember, where he was giving like his fans instructions on how to stream his song so that the streams could count and he can get like number 1. People get like, I don't know, a lot of these artists and their fan bases just are outright embarrassing at times with how far they take streaming. But that's an argument for another time and a rant for another time. Moving on to, what was that, number 7, right? Okay, we're on to number 6, Run BTS by BTS. What did you guys think of this one? I think it's already...
tired of these people, man.
I had it at an F. This was probably, I'm not even trying to be hating on them as much because, I haven't given them a fair, like, listen to, like, more of their stuff, but this was arguably one of the worst I've heard.
Yeah, I also agree. I put this one at F tier. It was bad. I read the lyrics. It was worse. Honestly, I don't know how they come up with these lyrics. It's like, I guess, just them empowering themselves, being, I guess, better than the rest of everyone. The best of, as compared to everyone else. But it was, I don't know. I don't know. It's just hype up, get hyped up. But it's pretty much sounds like every other song that they've made, and it's not cool. It's not. I don't know. It's unoriginal, man. I don't like this one. I'll put it up.
I think I just realized I didn't give a rating for the last one. I had it at C. It wasn't bad, and I just had it at C. Like, I can't really explain why I had it at C, but I just had it at C. Gio, I know what it is, but what was your ranking for Run BTS by BTS?
It's the lowest possible tier possible.
You added a new tier right below, right? And put
I added 7 new tiers under it, and then I still put it there.
All right. Moving on to our number 5. Finally, we have a new group to talk about. We have Love Dive by IVE.
S.
Elaborate, Gio, if you have any more to say.
The thing about this song is it came during a period where the market was completely saturated by a bunch of just copy-paste formats of songs. All of the small groups were releasing like these catchy things that you listen to maybe like 2 times and then you're sick of it. But everybody was hyping up because it's like the small groups. And then IVE came out of nowhere with Love Dive, and it completely crashed the market. Like, everyone was obsessed with it. Everyone in Korea was playing it. And they got like over like 100 perfect all-time kills on the charts. That's when they top every single Korean chart at the same time. Out number one for like it's still at number one somewhere. Like people are still obsessed with the song. The coolest thing about it is that like it took like a very different approach to the song, because usually when we have like auto tune, it's like throughout the entire song, not just like for a little bit. Cough cough BTS cough cough. It's really nice because like it's like it has like a lot of like the voices of the members are very like melodic, and then you have like the chorus, which is kind of like it's like a hard crash, and you have like these like really cool like auto tune that like changes the voices of members, and then the dance is really cool. The message of the song is really cool. I think it came out during like last February, like during Valentine's. So like like it fit like the mood of the month, you know, for Valentine's and everything. Yeah, it's a cool song. I like it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I'm trying to like remember, like this song just has like so many different parts of it that like as a listener just scratch like a certain itch, you know, like that's the only way I can like describe it. Like there's so many parts where it's just like it's so good, and like it plays into its replay value of listening to over again. Is this the one where it has the narcissistic line, Gio?
Yeah.
Dude, I guess if you want to say like vocal change or autotune, whatever it is that they use, like at that part is so good. The chorus is so good. If it isn't obvious, I have it at S2. It is not only far ahead of a bunch of the other songs that are on this list, like, you know, like it in comparison to them it's an S, but also if we were ranking like K-pop songs in general, like a wide majority of them, I'd probably still put it at S because it is really good. And when Gio and I did an episode on it, we both talked about like, you know, the fact that like they don't have much music out now, but they have like a bright future, and I'm awaiting their comeback because they haven't put out any new music in a while, and I am dying for more.
That's one thing that they should be doing, is releasing music, because I like live, but I feel like I'm tired of listening to the same 3 songs over and over again.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely need new music.
Yeah, they only have like 6 songs out right now, so it's like we need something more, you know. What about you, Dom? What do you think of this song?
Honestly, yes, same. I agree. I enjoy this song. I put this one at S tier. This is the only song on S tier that I have, only because it sounded good. It's just nothing over exaggerated. Everything sounded nice. The vocals and the chorus was all pog. The music itself was pretty cool. I'm not sure how much more to say about it, but it sounded perfect. Man, that's all I could say. It sounded nice.
As we're talking about it, like the song is slowly coming back to my head, and I'm just like bopping my head just thinking about the song. It's real good. All right, we're moving on to our number 4. Back again. Here we are. Yet to Come by BTS. Where do you guys have this one ranked?
Jesus. This one.
Jesus.
Yeah, this one's interesting. Yet to Come, BTS. It's practically the same thing again. It's nothing. It's nothing interesting. It's nothing good. Dude, I'm not sure. I don't know. It was horrible. It's dog water, bro. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. It's the exact same thing over and over again, and I'm not sure how to explain it. I guess the only way to praise this song, maybe, if at all, is to, I guess, use this song for like an outro that they would use in a documentary about them. Other than that, I have no other clue what this song would be used for in any other context or meaning. And I put this one at D tier. It was kind of okay, but no, I couldn't. No replay value. I just no coming forward in terms of liking it at all.
Yeah, I had it at D2. It's better than the 2 and F, but that's not saying much, you know. So it's like I really don't have much to say. I just didn't enjoy it, you know, and like I think like the worst part to me is that usually when I don't enjoy music, I'm able to like tell somebody why I didn't like, like, hey, their vocals were kind of off here. The instrumental just didn't really hit with me. The lyrics were, generic or not that good. When it comes to like this song and some of the others, I just can't tell you why I don't like it. It's not even a thing of just trying to hate on the name. It's literally just I listen to the song and I almost in a sense want to say I feel nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's like I think that's like the epitome of like the worst music, is like music that literally has you feeling nothing, which is something that can be said about the other top 10 lists we did, where some of those songs, it's like we mentioned how they're just background music at like malls. It's like it's like similar in a way, like it's emotionless music, at least to me. And I think that's tough because I am very passionate about music, like, and like listening and discovering all these different songs and artists. So it's very difficult to not have me feeling some type of way about a song, and I think that's what led to like such a low ranking for a lot of their songs. What about you, Gio?
I just overrated. F.
All right. Moving on to our number 3, we have Shut Down by Blackpink. Dom, where did you have this one ranked? I want to hear your opinion on, Blackpink, since I don't know, because I'm not heavily invested in the K-pop community culture, but like for me at least, when I get an outsider view, it seems like people are 50-50 on this group.
Right. I see. For Blackpink, instant F. This one was incredibly just, I guess, knock your socks off, like generic, just, oh, look at us, bro. We're the pop band that constantly tries to break the rules, break the barriers, constantly like booming through your speaker. It was just really bad. I'm sorry. It's just them repeating whip it constantly, and it's just, jeez, man. Aside from that, them doing the little rap bits was okay, I guess. But then constantly going back to the whip it part was just, it was not, I guess, how would you say it? It was not to enjoy. Nothing to enjoy from this song. It was just repeating over and over again. And it just sounded like it's just one of those, like, how would you say it, TikTok or your average YouTube advertisement music that they'll play in the background just to, I guess, to gain some views. Instant F for me.
That's pretty wild. Gio, what about you?
This is like a hard disagree. One, because Dominic is ignorant. He don't know. But yeah, to be honest, I put it on A just because I'm like a little tired of it already. Like if you listen to it, like it just randomly comes on, it's banger. But then after a while, it's kind of like, okay, that's enough. But that's like the same thing with like all Blackpink music. So I really like it. It's very different than the rest of the K-pop scene. That's why I think it's so great. But the replay value is not that good.
All right. I had it at B. It's most definitely better than all the other songs, like in the tiers below it, which is why I had it at B. Kind of similar to what you were saying, the replay value isn't that great, and like how Dom said, sub parts can get annoying with like the repetition, but it's still miles ahead of all the stuff in the tiers below it, Moving on to number 2, we're still with Blackpink. We have Pink Venom. What did you guys think of this one?
Yeah, also an F. Christ, man, the amount of times I heard this on YouTube advertisement, it was not funny. Honestly, it hurt to hear. I tried to buy a Raspberry Pi so as to try to block the ads without buying YouTube Premium. I got unlucky because these things ran out very quickly as soon as those ads started to pop up. Surprisingly, if for those who don't know, Raspberry Pi is like a tiny computer, but that's beside the point. This song in particular, it's just Jesus, man. I'm not sure how to explain it, but the replay value isn't so good, and I would just say it's I don't know, man. It just wasn't that great to listen to. The replay value is horrible. The times I've listened to it was horrible. I guess the YouTube ads ruined it for me because I never heard the entire full song, but always that little like clip where taste that pink venom, and it's always like the taste that pink venom challenge. Oh, everybody, come on, let's do the taste that pink venom challenge. But nobody even knew what it was until they just started playing it, blasting it through my TV. It's just, Jesus, man. Aside from that little snippet of taste that pink venom, I'm surprised that at the end when they started imitating gun noises, it's a little interesting. I mean, this sounds completely horrible for me to say, but I would love to see them say that in, I guess, in the southernmost part of Los Angeles and see how a reception will come out. But that's just me.
What is that talking about, man?
Wild statement, Dom.
I just said it. I literally just said it. But anyways, it's over the top. It encourages gun violence. Weird champ. That.
I don't know if you can say that when there's a ton of other music that we've listened to or even possibly reviewed that might do similar sort of notions.
But this is on a grander scale because it's K-pop.
If you say so.
Dude, the majority of Western rap promotes violence. And Western rap is the most popular genre right now. Or it was, at least. At some point. I don't know if it's changed to, like, pop music because of, industry plans. But to say that because it's K-pop, it's worse, that's... You're reaching, bro. You're reaching.
I reach for the stars, you.
I will say I agree with Dom because I will never forget the memory of when did the song came out, like in August of last year. We were chilling in a Discord. I forgot what we were doing. And Gio was like, oh, Blackpink's coming out, like with their comeback. Their song is dropping today. I'm going to watch it when it comes out and all that. And Gio shares it with me. And I listened to like a minute of it. And I sent them like a meme just basically saying, this is quite possibly one of the worst things I've ever heard. It's not as bad as the other stuff. I have it at D. It's not completely bad to put an F, but I will never forget giving this song its first listen and just being like that one meme of Iggy Azalea where it's like, get that trash off the airwaves. I can't, bro. I don't, especially in comparison to some of their other songs, especially on that album itself, I just don't get why people go back to this one the most, Like, there was other songs on that album that I enjoyed more, such as Shut Down and what else was on? Like, Hard to Love, and I forget what else, So it's like, I don't know. I may be too harsh on the criticism for, like, this Blackpink song in specific, but I could never enjoy it from the moment I listened to it to even, like, now trying to give it a second chance, What about you, Gio?
I gave it a C, just because it's a horrible song. Like, you can't defend it in any way possible. It's a horrible song, but I don't know. Like, lately when it comes up in like if I put it on shuffle when it comes up, like I don't bother like skipping it. So it's like I listen to it. It's like, yeah, it's all right. It's like it's one of those songs where like you don't really like want to listen to it, but if it comes on, you're just kind of like, all right, I'll it's whatever,
Yeah, I get you. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we have
put it on to you.
We have about 5 minutes left, so real quickly, number one, funny enough, I was confused by this because I guess they're classifying it as a K-pop song solely because a K-pop member is featured on it, but it's Left and Right by Charlie Puth featuring Jungkook from BTS. Where do you guys have this ranked?
I put this one at D tier. It's, I guess, very generic. What I purely despise about it is them. I think it's Jungkook. I'm not sure who it is at this point. If you were listening to headphones, you're gonna hear whoever says, what was it? Something when it says listen to over here or to over here, and you hear it on each side of your headphones, and it just sounds so annoying every time they do that. What's even worse is how they rhyme here with here when they could just. I feel like it'd be a better, I guess, way of saying that would just simply rhyme here with there, but they say here twice, and it's just like, and you would stack it on with the fact that they do here and here from both sides of the headphones coming at different times, and it's so annoying. And overall, the song itself was, I guess, a generic. Okay, I should really stop saying generic. I'm not sure how else to put it. How do I say this? It was not enjoyable. And it's again another, I guess, love song about I guess somebody constantly wanting to, I guess, go, I don't know, constantly have memories over somebody they like, and it's just constantly, it's going around them in circles, and it's not. I don't know. There's not much replay value. It's just the same thing.
You kind of have to remember who they make music for, and then if you know who they're making music for, then it all makes sense.
I know the target audience, but like it's just for me specifically. I'm supposed to be, I guess, the one inputting myself in the music, I guess. But it's so. I don't know. I don't like it. I did not like this.
What about you, Gio?
F. And yeah, next.
All right, surprising to you both, I have it at A.
No way, bro! What? You can't do that to us.
Too bad there's not enough time to explain why, but I have it at A.
You can't give them money, bro. You have to say an F and then get rid of pencils on Twitter, bro. You can't say it's good.
I have it at A.
Just watch. Later today, a bunch of random BTS fan accounts are going to start following you because of it.
I have it at A. It's not my favorite off of that album from Charlie Puth from last year. It definitely isn't the best song of it, but in comparison to all the other stuff that was on this list, I have it at A. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have it at A. About 1:46 left. Thank you all for joining for this episode. Do not stand BTS, right?
Yeah,
bro. You better not buy a BTS album.
No, dude, I have never listened to any of their music.
Dude, I have a feeling once you do, you're gonna be like, "Oh, to BTS, I understand the hype now."
That's crazy because I have, what is that? 1, 2. Wait, I have like 6 Twice albums. I have 1 New Jeans album. Literally no boy groups in here, so like I don't know which album, man. The only one we listen to is B.I. and Icon, you know.
And Twice.
And Twice. Well, I was referring to boy groups.
No, I'm just saying stand Twice.
Oh yeah, obviously. There was something else I was gonna say. I blanked on it. Whatever. I'm Jack.
Dominic. Dio.
And Giovanni.
Thank you all for joining for this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.